Blending genres can be risky, but sometimes the gamble pays off. In 2016, SYFY premiered Wynonna Earp, a supernatural western rooted in Bo Smith's cult comic series and reimagined for television by Emily Andras. What could have been just another niche experiment instead became the network's most passionate fan favorite since Battlestar Galactica. With 4 seasons of sharp writing, quirky characters, and unapologetically campy fun, the series carved out a unique space in television, one where gunslinging legends meet supernatural threats. A supernatural twist on Western legacy. At its heart, Wynonna Earp explores the burdens of legacy. Wynonna, the great-great-granddaughter of Wyatt Earp, inherits a family curse that forces her to confront revenants, resurrected outlaws slain by her ancestor. Armed with the enchanted revolver Peacemaker and aided by allies like the immortal Doc Holliday and federal agent Xavier Dawes, Wynonna's journey feels both familiar and fresh. The show grounds its mythos in classic Western imagery, dusty towns, outlaw standoffs, and frontier landscapes, but infuses it with demons, witches, and government conspiracies. For those new to Western lore, the series provides enough context to follow along, while history buffs will find plenty of nods to Wyatt Earp's infamous legacy. Why the hybrid works. The sci-fi and Western genres have clashed before, sometimes to awkward results. Projects like Cowboys and Aliens or Terra Nova struggled to maintain tone, leaning too heavily on spectacle without depth. Wynonna Earp avoided that trap by leaning into its own eccentricity. It never pretended to be historical, instead embracing its outlandish premise and weaving camp into character-driven storytelling. Doc Holliday's reinvention is the clearest example. Played by Tim Rosen, Doc is an immortal gunslinger cursed by a witch, emerging from a well to discover a modern world that left him behind. His arc, from survivor to reluctant hero, balances humor, tragedy, and romance, particularly in his evolving dynamic with Wynonna herself. Their relationship, built on playful banter and painful betrayals, reflects the show's core theme: the struggle between running from the past and redefining one's legacy. A familiar yet fresh structure. For sci-fi fans, Wynonna Earp follows a Monster of the Week format reminiscent of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Supernatural, and The X-Files. Each revenant or creature introduces new twists, while a larger mythology of prophecies, bloodlines, and secret organizations builds season-long arcs. For Western fans, the spirit of frontier justice and tight-knit community resonates through the fictional town of Purgatory. This balance ensured Wynonna Earp appealed across fandoms. The show delivered creative creature designs, intense shootouts, and heartfelt moments, all wrapped in a tone that never took itself too seriously. It's precisely this balance, sincerity mixed with self-aware camp, that transformed the series into a cult classic. Why it still matters. Though it ended after 4 seasons, Wynonna Earp continues to hold a special place in the hearts of its audience. Its Rotten Tomatoes score of over 90% reflects not only critical praise, but also the passion of its fandom, which famously campaigned to save the show during moments of uncertainty. More than just another genre mashup, it proved that blending Western grit with supernatural storytelling could create something wholly original. Like Battlestar Galactica before it, Wynonna Earp stands as one of SYFY's rare gems, a show that pushed boundaries, embraced risk, and built a loyal following in the process. For fans of quirky hybrids and cult TV, it remains a series worth discovering or revisiting.